Before Stetson, I was not doing this. And this has been like an entire day adventure.
Load up.
Good Friday morning, literally Good Friday morning. We are, you know, not necessarily, well, I guess we kind of are making hay while the sun shines. We're not, you know, baling hay today, but we are spreading fertilizer so that our hay will grow. So that's what we're doing today. We got Dakota will be driving this tractor with the trailer and the fertilizer on it, and I'll be driving the orange tractor with the spreader on it. But we are going to load the fertilizer here in just a minute. That bag is all but broke. Okay, no, maybe it's just like, whew. Okay, another one now. You're good. Whoop, whoop, down, down. Come forward. Go down. Okay, I was telling you, okay, you're good now. Well, that was fun. We have got the bag rigged. We were thinking the bags, like, they have a spout on them, but in my mind, and what I told Dakota, because I thought, this is how it was. I thought they had like a open and close, kind of like little plastic spout. That's not the case. They just have a string. And I guess most people that buy the fertilizer this way do it in like a big wagon, but we just have a smaller spreader, which is why we've normally bought like in 50-pound bags in like a ton, and we would just cut them as we went and put them in the spreader. But this year, because, you know, it was already so expensive, and so the bulk bags were smaller, and and the guy was like, do you have a way to spread it? And I'm like, yeah, because we have our spreader. And he's like, to have a spout on them, and I'm thinking, okay, spout, but no. But miraculously, we got it and didn't spill hardly any, which is wonderful. But we only have to do this like 16 more times probably. So, man. And I was gonna say too, normally for our fields and stuff, we buy between 10 and 12 tons of fertilizer. This year we only bought 4 tons, which usually we do like a mix of 1010 and 1919. And then y'all know this year we only bought 1919. And the thing of it is, these 4 tons of 1919 were pretty much the same price as our normal 10 to 12 tons, which is just crazy. So we're just gonna spread it really thin and hope for the best. So, oh, Dakota says, if it was easy, I wouldn't like it. So that's, I guess, gonna be the theme for the day. If, you know, something actually went as planned and was easy to do, I guess it wouldn't be as near as fun. So. Tractor now, so Dakota has spread fertilizer on the pasture across from our house, which is a hayfield, and then he spread it on the pasture there at the house that the cows will be grazing. So we have decided, because there's a couple fields that are real small and we won't necessarily need a full hopper load of fertilizer, so we stopped to get a scoop at our garage, so we're just gonna like scoop some out of the bag into the hopper so that it's not quite such a fiasco if we don't need the fiasco. So that's what we're doing. So we're on to the next field, and I always get super nervous about driving on the road, but I always get nervous before, but then when I'm on the road I'm like, okay, that's what it is, nerve-wracking, because we have so many curves and people fly, and it's just, I don't know, you always kind of get a little pit in your stomach. But I'm thankful to have a cab now, and I have turn signals and flashers. Speaking of which, I need to put those on. So that's nice. Stopped for lunch at our local little store. We're getting ready to get back after it, aren't we, baby? You gonna spread some more fertilizer?
No.
No, I believe we are. Alright, I figured I'd bring you along for a little tractor driving, although, I mean, I know you can't really see anything going on up there, but I'll take you for a ride on the road. We're at one of our leased properties right now. Which we hate pulling out down here at the bottom of this road. It's very dangerous. A lot of times, which I wish I'd have told Dakota, a lot of times I'll go in front and kind of pull out, because usually he's hauling a trailer of some sort for hay or whatnot with cows. So it's easier. I'm usually in a tractor or something smaller that I can tell him if it's safe to pull out or not, or also stop traffic a little bit so that he can get pulled out. What? Shoot. What's going on here? This is not working.
Power on.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
What did you say? I accidentally turned the walkie-talkie off.
I think I ought to put the rest of that bag on Henry.
Oh, well, that's up to you. I mean, does it need it? Well, it probably does, but it's got a lot of broom stage on it.
Yeah, it needs a lot.
Up to you. You want to spread it, I mean, knock it down and spread it a little thinner than you spreaded the rest?
I'm thinking outside something. If we can do it, I'll just run back down here and do it from Dad.
10-4. Walkie-talkies have been a lifesaver for us since there's no cell phone service or anything. So, yes, it's been nice for the communication. Although I don't know how I turned that off, but anyways, we got it. It's always a little hectic, like when I'm trying to drive and like focus on what I'm doing, and then he's radioing in. But I'm thankful to have it, so I'm not just blind in the water. Say that again?
If you're running behind, you clear right now. Come on.
Okay, I'm coming. Running behind, he says. Okay. Shift them gears. Alright. We're in fourth and we're good now. Although my tractor only goes a max speed of 19 miles an hour. Especially on hills and stuff, I get very, very nervous. So, but yeah, on the farm, there's always room for improvement. Unless you're Dakota, I guess. He's such a natural. But for me, it really is just, it just makes me feel so good, and I just love it. And I love driving the tractor and knowing that I can do it. So it's nice, and I love this Kubota tractor. It's so easy to operate. There's nothing fancy. It's just simple. When I first started driving a tractor, it was like the old Ford tractors, and you had like 2 levers, and you had to make sure this one was this way and that one was this way, and it was really complicated, and I would get really nervous on the road and trying to shift gears and missing a gear. Woo! So I'm so thankful for this Kubota, and I just love it so much. I just feel good in it. I feel confident, like I know what I'm doing. So that really helps when you're already uneasy about a situation. So now that I've talked your ear off, just spread, where's my finger, all of this, well, not down here, but like all of this up here with fertilizer. I personally will never, I know they say never, but I personally will never do that. Nope. Alright, so we're on our way to the last field, which is funny because when we were talking about fertilizer and like how much we were going to buy and how much we were going to put on each field and that field and this field that we're going to now, our last one, Dakota had said he wasn't going to fertilize, which I thought was crazy because it's our biggest field that we have, our biggest, flattest field that we have. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to fertilize that? And he's like, well, I threw it heavy on it last year, so I think it'll be fine this year. But here we are, taking a ton of fertilizer to this field, which I'm good with it. So, anyways, we spread 100 pounds per acre. There's a car behind me, you want to go past. But we just spread on all of our fields, other fields, 100 pounds per acre. So we're thinking it should be pretty good. We actually did better than we thought we were going to. We didn't fertilize all of the fields that we normally do, but we fertilized like our best ones. So yeah, we have a couple like really small, well not really small, but smaller fields, one really small field. I keep thinking I don't have, but we didn't fertilize those because it's like, it's not really worth it. It's so expensive. So we just hit pretty much our biggest fields. So, well, it is supposed to rain tonight and some tomorrow. So that is going to be perfect for getting that fertilizer in the ground and getting it working. And I just want to mention I'm very proud of these folks normally, and even they can pass if they want to because they've got a dotted line on my side, but they're being very respectful, which is amazing. That usually does not happen. So whoever you are, good job. You're doing a great job.
That string out of the field. Both of them need it bad. They're gonna get a phone wash.
Going through the car wash. Going through the tractor wash. Yeah, I love it. So our biggest hay field here that we're doing has been, it was already kind of like 2 sections that we mowed. We mowed like one and then the other piece. Well, there's a house that's at the end of this property, and their water line messed up, so it had to be replaced, and it goes through the entire field. So now we're working with like 3 different sections.
Let's open up this spreader some more.
Let's see, one of them just opens it up, drops his in. Where do you have that bag of fertilizer?
It's got a 6-ton over there of lime on that trailer.
Oh. Y'all, it's so hard to ride together in the tractor, but I try to do it. It's not comfortable for me. He's opening up to be a little thicker on this field since we have some extra. Ready to rumble. Y'all, and this has been like an entire day adventure. We started at what, like 9:30?
Yeah.
Dakota went turkey hunting this morning, but
you down some.
Yeah. And
Farm related.
of course, we figured out the fertilizer bags on the last field. Had to finally let me inspect one, and I figured out a little bit better way to do it. What we'll know for next time.
Yeah, multiple opportunities.
No, I didn't.
The one nothing sitting in the
Oh,
farm.
yeah. Well, I mean, so also on the field, or our biggest field, they have this sold like on a contract, and there's Christmas trees. So this is the guy that owns them, and he's putting down some lime, but like all of this is in Christmas trees. And down through here, can't get my phone to go right, there is like a ton of land that's in Christmas trees, land that's just hills, and it could be used as pasture, but it's been used for Christmas trees so long, it's just good land for Christmas trees. This is Christmas tree country over here. I know I shouldn't be smelling it, but I don't have anywhere else to go. But it just come through and it smells sweet. I've never smelt lime. We've usually have our limes spread by somebody, so we're not usually there. But it smells like sweet, almost like a tutti frutti smell. I think that's my best. I'll have to smell it when it comes back through, but it's kind of like a bubblegumish fruity smell. It's kind of weird. So yes, I'm smelling the cloud now, and it's bubblegum. Is the best way to describe it. It smells really good. I know I said shouldn't be breathing it, but there's really no other place to go. But hey, at least it smells really good. Really good. Alright, that's a wrap. Fertilizer is on the fields. Now if we get rain tonight, that'll be great. So, alright, finally done. It's like 6:09. Clocking out.
I see it.
Look around that tree somewhere.
I see it.